Welcome to the National Interest Online TV News. The Minister, Niger Delta Affairs Ministry, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has said that it is in the interest of all Nigerians that the nation remains one in order to bequeath a united, prosperous and better Nigeria to children and generations yet unborn. Akpabio stated this in his keynote remarks at the 20th anniversary celebration of the ascension to the throne of His Royal Highness, Emir of Azara, Dr. Kabiru Musa Ibrahim, in Azara, Nasarawa State at the weekend. According to Akpabio, 20 years on the throne of his forebears is simply the benevolence of God on the life of the revered Emir and his people. Akpabio said he was at the event with a large entourage from all regions of the country to demonstrate that Nigerians are all one, no matter the differences in languages and religions. The celebrant, according to the former governor of Akwa State, is a great Nigerian who has contributed a lot to the health of the people of Azara and Nasarawa State in general. Akpabio said his presence in Azara was to celebrate a friend and brother and to further ensure that Nigeria must remain one united entity. He explained that it is important for this cordiality to exist and assured that build bridges across the length and breadth of Nigeria would be continuous. He then said it is important we join hands with President Muhammadu Buhari to do everything within our powers to put this country together, particularly all of us who have benefited so much from this country, he stated. Going down memory lane on his over 15 years relationship with the Emir, the former Senate Minority Leader described the monarch as a great friend of his 15 years. He said the divine honor that God gave the monarch also explains the presence of the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammadu Sa'ad Abubakar, and over 25 first-class emirs across the length and breadth of the northern part of the country. Also speaking, the governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Saleh, thanked the minister for his commitment to national unity. The governor said the unity Akpabio and other people down south were preaching was beginning to yield fruits, and as leaders in the north, he assured of work towards the oneness of the country. President Muhammadu Buhari, the governor said, believes in peace, transparency, accountability, united Nigeria, and pledged governors continued support. In his welcome speech, the Emir described the minister as a long-standing friend of his, who has continued to work for the progress and unity of the country, while appreciating the minister for honoring our invitation. He also described Akpabio's presence as a statement of his commitment to the oneness, peace, and progress of the country. The Emir then said, ever since our path crossed, Akpabio has been building bridges of unity across the length and breadth of this country, and this must be encouraged. The minister also gave brand new Prado Jeep as gift to the Emir. The Senator Godswill Akpabio for Common Good SGACG has faulted the purported suspension of the National Coordinator of the Presidential Support Committee and incumbent Minister, Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, by some disgruntled members of the group. The SGACG described their action as misplaced and irrelevant. The SGACG, in its reaction to the purported suspension via a statement signed by its acting secretary, Engineer Ahmed Zengina, stated that the purported suspension is laughable because those who gathered at the said press conference lacked the locus standi to make such pronouncement, saying you cannot fire somebody you never hired. It went on to point out that Akpabio was appointed the national coordinator of the support committee by President Muhammadu Buhari, and no other officer or member of the committee has the power to suspend or remove him. The group said it viewed the purported suspension of the minister as ill-conceived, infantile, and should not be accorded any serious attention because those behind the statement are confused individuals working for the political interest of some politicians. The purported suspension, according to SGACG, is therefore illegal, null, and void because those behind the so-called suspension never raised any complaint either verbally or in writing, pinpointing the alleged non-performance and support of the minister to the success of the Buhari administration. It frowned at it considered a hurriedly organized kangaroo press conference to announce the purported suspension. It said the press conference was held in order to please their paymasters and attract undue media attention. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has hinted moves by the federal government to give legal backing to the need for dealing with any of the international oil companies that fail in its statutory obligation to oil-producing communities. The minister made this known during an interactive session with members of Course 15 executive intelligence participants of the National Institute for Security Studies, NISS, at his office recently in Abuja. Senator Akpabio, who noted that environmental pollution resulting from the activities of oil and gas exploration in the region is real, commended the Institute and participants for opting for this year's theme titled Global Climate Challenge Practice and Prospects for Economic Development and Conflict Resolution in Africa. He explained that such a study would help participants to identify practices responsible for the situations and prefer solutions that will promote peaceful coexistence. According to the minister, the theme is a clear example of the emerging situations not just in the Niger Delta area, but also in the Lake Chad region bordering Nigeria, Cameroon, and the Niger Republic that has been experiencing serious climate change recently. Speaking further, Senator Akpabio said that the drying up of Lake Chad from its initial 25,000 square kilometer waterlogged area to just 6,000 square kilometer has led to the disruption of the economy and social life of the people around the area, thereby encouraging migration of farmers and headers across the length and breadth of Africa and giving rise to conflicts among different groups. He explained that the ministry, which was established in 2009, has the mandate of coordinating the activities of interventionist agencies in the aspect of development and also ensuring that total peace is achieved in the region. Moving further, the Minister, Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has reiterated the importance of collaboration among the relevant security agencies for the achievement of national and international peace and development. A statement signed by his Chief Press Secretary, Mr. Jackson Udom, quoted the minister as saying, "Collaboration among the various security agencies is a necessary tool for achieving safety and security goals in the society." He said there must be synergy among states that share same borders within Nigeria and countries that share same border with this country. He also stressed the need for local, state, national, and international collaborations for security. The former Senate Minority Leader in the statement revealed the successes recorded under his leadership in the ministry to include but not limited to the establishment of SIWP for monitoring projects executed in the region by various government agencies to avoid duplications. Meanwhile, politicians have been advised to stop being Abuja politicians and return home regularly to listen to the needs of their people. The advice was given by the Minister for Niger Delta, Senator Godswill Akpabio, while receiving in audience the First Lady of Ondo State, Mrs. Arabinrin Betty Akeredolu, in Abuja. Akpabio, who received the guest in the company of former Akwa Ibom State First Lady, Mrs. Ekaite Akpabio, also declared support for the Ondo First Lady's Girl Child Empowerment Program. He stated that every politician must go into the villages to truly see and understand the plight of their people. He explained that as the governor of Akwa Ibom State, he was able to open up the state, take the children off the streets of Abuja, Lagos, and Kaduna, stop the houseboys, housegirl syndrome, which his state was known for. Explaining the method he adopted achieving his policy goal, he said he used the compulsory and free education, adding that the strategy brought lots of joy to his people. He said his guest, the Ondo State First Lady, on her part, has chosen to focus on empowerment of the girl child, stressing that it was a project that must be supported. Responding, the Ondo State First Lady disclosed that the visit was in two folds. She said one was to thank the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) through the minister on the SC Obodo Road, Imo State, and to formally solicit the assistance of the minister for her pet project titled Be More Empowered Initiative (BEI). According to a statement by his chief press secretary, Mr. Jackson Udom, the minister was quoted as saying he appreciated their gratefulness to the new and focused NDDC in the intervention in Imo State, being one of the agency's mandate in the states. He said for the fact that the road is now being given attention by President Muhammadu Buhari is a demonstration of the readiness of government to provide the needed infrastructure for the people of the region. He said he would also be glad to have the president commission the road when completed. And lastly, the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) has called for collaboration among stakeholders to tackle the challenges of pollution and reverse the environmental degradation in the region. The NDDC Interim Administrator, Dr. Effiong Akwa, made the call on Wednesday during the second meeting of the Niger Delta Environmental Consultative Forum hosted by the Commission in Port Harcourt. Akwa noted that environmental degradation was an issue that affects everyone irrespective of socio-economic status and called for a collaborative approach to preferring solutions to sustainable reversal of environmental degradation. According to the NDDC Chief Executive Officer, the Commission will not relent in the quest to find solutions to the environmental challenges in the Niger Delta region. And that's it on the National Interest Online TV News. Thanks for watching.